Tea with Night here with a very important message in our current age of streaming fatigue. For 25 years, Diabolic DVD has been the source for horror, cult, and other weird cinema for customers around the world. Diabolic offers a one-stop shopping experience for all your favorite big and boutique labels from all corners of the globe, including Cauldron, Arrow, Synapse, Vinegar Syndrome, Mondo Macabro, 88 Films, and so many more. So, whether you're looking for the definitive version of Suspiria or trying to upgrade your crusty old DVD of Cannibal Holocaust, Diabolic is the owner-operated small business choice you have been craving for your physical media needs. And since you're all loyal Nightlight listeners, you can scan this QR code or look for the link in our show notes and enter your email address for a 10% off coupon on your first purchase. Not valid for existing accounts. So, grab those discs, pop some popcorn, and don't forget your nightlight.
Well. I see you took my advice, but you'll still need to keep what was given to you, as the scenes of horror grow even more unimaginable. Prince and Freddy will continue to be your tour guides on this carousel of hell, only as long as you keep your nightlight close by to keep the black-eyed children at bay, the poltergeist calm, and the night crawlers hidden. Hit the lights and sit back as we welcome you to Nightlight, a horror movie podcast.
I'm Prince, also known as Ed Knight.
And I'm Freddy, also known as Night Night.
And this is Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. Oh my god. Man, this month was surprisingly a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Naughty Cousins month.
Cousins
This has been fun. This has been fun. So we had our ghoulish nights go ahead and select the next film that we are actually going to be talking about tonight, I guess. It was out of Lost Boys versus... Was it From Dusk Till Dawn? I think that's right. From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah.
Just a bunch of vampires, you know.
Just a bunch of vampies. Just a bunch of vampies running out here, stealing hearts and and eating people. And well, I guess they don't really eat people.
Some have time schedules, and some are trying to find their way home. You know,
Exactly.
Vampires be doing vampire things.
Vampires doing vampire shit. You know what I'm saying? If you would also like to go ahead and join in and choose the next film that we need to watch and talk about, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod to learn more. There's a lot of great stuff on there as well, so it's not just polls. Just saying. It's not just polls. So, the film that won was none other, by a huge margin, actually. It was kind of surprising. I was kind of shocked by a huge margin. I didn't know this many people loved The Lost Boys as much as they did. Oh, it was The Lost Boys. But Lost Boys won. I think it was like 87% to
13%. Yeah.
Yeah, the 13%. Yeah, it was crazy.
Huge voting poll too. I think a lot of people voted in general. So
there was a ton in
really
this
cool
one.
to see this.
There was a ton. Yeah. So this was a great turnout in terms of a poll, and a lot of people had opinions about the Lost Boys, so they wanted to go ahead and voice those. So super excited shit about that. But before we even dive into our thoughts, I wanted to go ahead and play some EVPs from some individuals who also had some thoughts on The Lost Boys as well. If you would like to also voice your opinion on a film, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod, that's night with a K, and you can learn more about that as well. You can sign up for the $10 tier or above, and you'll have access to voice your opinions on the movies that we are covering. Do that. I want to definitely hear from y'all, because this shit, man, I want to know the zeitgeist behind this goddamn movie. I want to know it. Because I feel like this movie has some people in a bit of a chokehold. But let's listen to these EVPs first before we go ahead and dive into our thoughts. Frederick Lamar. Let's go ahead and do that.
What's going on, Press and Freddy? I'm actually
boy
putting
is
this
excited.
EPP in for The Lost Boys. Funny thing about this is the fact that I didn't watch it this year, but I watched it last year for the first
wow.
time.
Nice.
And surprised I actually took this long for me to watch this movie, and I had a blast. Like, this movie had that 80s cheesiness, and seeing Corey Haim and Kiefer Sutherland and Corey Feldman so young, it's just like
Corys.
but it's weird to see, but also cool to see. And this movie is quite funny and brutal in certain cases, but I just had a blast. And not to mention that I watched this with a loved one, so it made it 10 times better. So I enjoyed this movie very much.
Shout out to the loved ones.
Rain here. I'm so damn happy that y'all are covering The Lost Boys. Truly, in my heart of hearts, thank you to all the ghouls who made my dreams come true.
She was campaigning
now on
for
to my
this.
thoughts.
I know, I saw her comment.
The nostalgia that you feel in this film is incredible. I also love how grounded the characters feel.
What?
Like,
That's good.
the siblings, the older sibling interacting with a girl and interacting with others that he's trying to prove himself to, and then the younger sibling interacting with some random kids and being so sassy, and then immediately that evolving into like them being so close knit. I love it all. The mom being like a little clueless, but also like stands on her ground. Love.
Business.
And I love the twist. I love the makeup. I love the effects. I think it's just such a fun time, and it's so funny. It is literally such a funny movie, and I'm really not one for comedy horror, but this one I think handles it so well that it doesn't feel overdone, it doesn't feel silly, and I need to stop yapping. Okay, bye.
Those were great.
Oh man, thank you so
phenomenal.
much to Johnny and C for voicing your opinions on The Lost Boys. Once again, if you would like to also voice your opinion on one of the movies that we cover, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's 9 with a K to learn more. We would love to hear your voice on there. Those always bring us so much joy. We love to see like what it is about the film that you wanted to talk about or you want us to talk about. And it's also nice to hear your guys' voice as well. So thank you all so much for voicing your opinions on this movie. Now, first and foremost, Freddie, our thoughts.
Yes. So actually, it's kind of funny. I love listening to what Johnny was saying, that he saw it somewhat recently and a little bit kind of late to the party, as I did as well. I did not watch Lost Boys pretty early on. I saw this maybe only a few years back for the first time. And this is my only second time rewatching it as well. So it was so kind of fresh in my head, but at the same time, it's kind of funny where like we grew up where Santa Cruz is very close by to where we live, and that's where it was shot. This boardwalk does exist. It's still going.
That literally was our summer activity. Like we went to camp there. Outdoor Ed was in Santa Cruz for us.
I can even still remember all the commercials. And seeing like the roller coaster, the Big Dipper, Santa and all that cool stuff. No. Boardwalk. Yeah. So good.
Come on, everybody, it's the latest news. They're doing the walk in Santa Cruz. Do the walk, do the beach boardwalk. 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 You can do the roller coaster, you can do the swim. Come on, everybody, you can walk right in. You can walk on the beach and you can jump in the sand. You can get down low and do the suntan. Do the walk in Santa Cruz. Do the walk, do the beach boardwalk.
But yeah, this movie has nostalgia. It has nostalgia, especially like for us, I would say,
it's probably
too,
the
because
best way
of going to the boardwalk.
Call it.
Yeah, but this is through and through a very 80s movie. And I know we've had a little conversation before hopping on the podcast of how 80s this movie is. But I love what C said too. I love myself the practical effects. I love myself like good makeup, and this movie does look really good when it comes to the appearance of the vampires. And I do love that we do get a little bit of like lore about what these vampires can and can't do as well. The rules that apply to them, and we get like even comic books and these characters who are like vampire hunters. There's a lot of different elements in this movie and a lot of different like subgroups to follow. We follow the mom, we follow the kids, we follow Michael, we follow the vampires. Everyone has enough in there to make this movie still complex but still easy to follow, which I think that's such a hard thing to do nowadays. So I feel like it has a really good balance. And I honestly really love how this movie is shot. I think it's shot beautifully. I think the camera movement is really cool.
Gorgeous.
When it like flies over the overview of the ocean and the boardwalk and the neighborhood. Yeah. It's just really cool. Really cool aesthetics, really good scares, really good moments of gore and violence as well, which is surprisingly, I kind of low-key forgot about like how bloody this is sometimes. Especially like the bathroom scene.
Yeah, or
Man,
even
I
like
forgot how crazy
the
that
beach
was.
scene, how like just absolutely brutal the beach scene is and stuff like that. Which they named all of those people surfer Nazis. I didn't understand why, but that's what their names were, surfer Nazis. And I was like, they're listening to Walk This Way by Run DMC and Aerosmiths. I don't know if that screams Nazi to me, but like
very strange.
But
there's
here and there,
definitely strange decisions in this movie for sure too. But at the same time, this movie is a lot of fun. I think overall, I really enjoyed it. I don't know how many times I would go back to it, but kind of like what you said, I feel like this movie does have a chokehold on some people.
Oh, yeah.
And I can understand why. It just doesn't really have that for me because maybe I didn't watch it growing up, so I can't attach too much to it.
I think that has something to do with it, man, because like this movie was part of like that list of films that like, you know, parents from the 80s, they would show their kids like the Goonies, and they would show them kind of some of the films that they not necessarily grew up with, but like films that were like things that were a part of like their life, of their era.
Right.
And like, I feel like Lost Boys was one of those types of movies where it was one of those types of movies that like showed up with the Goonies, showed up with Stand By Me, showed up with
part of pop culture,
all fucking Corey Feldman movies now, but like we're showing up with all these different types of movies that are kind of that core 80s grounds of when you think of the 80s, you think of these E.T., and all that type of shit. Like you think of these types of movies when you think of the 80s. And I think The Lost Boys, not as popular as those films, but they definitely rode that wave a little bit where I feel like Lost Boys, despite how gory it is a very easy movie to hop into if you're a fan of the Goonies and all those types of films that I just named. Like if you're a fan of those movies, I feel like this movie is extremely easy to hop into because like it kind of plays the same way.
So, it's the tone. It's fun adventure, with a bunch of kids
and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Like, the reason why I say this movie has a chokehold on people, like I feel like when I was in high school, this movie was like practically people's identity. It was always like 2 or 3 particular films that was like these people's identity, and it was The Crow, Lost Boys, or it was fucking Star Wars. Like I felt like that was it. And then obviously Harry Potter came out and Twilight came out and stuff like that, and the Hunger Games. But I would say that's more modern era. But like a lot of people based their style, their the way that they talk and stuff like that off of these types of movies.
Right.
And I think The Lost Boys definitely helped because The Lost Boys is they got some interesting dialogue, especially Kiefer Sutherland with his voice shifting, trying to make it sound, and Corey Feldman. Kiefer Sutherland and Corey Feldman's voice change in this movie is so fucking funny to me. Like, I can't even copy Corey Feldman's properly, but he's just like, yeah, because vampires, yeah. And it's just like, I'm like, you're 12. Why are you talking like this?
He's like cosplaying Van Helsing, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. But not even in dress up. Yeah. He's just like a normal kid, just sounding this way.
Yeah, he's a normal kid. That's just how he is. But
you want to read this because it can make you survive your life. It's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, stop giving me this comic. I don't want to read it.
yeah, it's something. It's something else. So it makes me curious. Just like, do they give that comic book to everybody who walks into the comic shop? Do they try to protect everyone? Here, take this Vampires Everywhere comic. You'll need it for your life. So overall, I enjoy this movie to an extent. I think I wouldn't watch this movie again anytime soon. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not one that I feel like will be in my rotation. I did watch this movie quite a bit in college, but yeah, I think that was like about it when it came to like college and all that stuff. Like I would watch this movie in college quite a bit with like friends and stuff like that. But once again, it became people's personalities, and it was kind of like how it was for the Goonies and all this other stuff. But like, you guys can't see it. Like, it looks like my wall is blank, but I'm a huge Goonies fan, and I'm actually going to tilt my camera so you guys can see it. But like, there's this Goonies poster that I have that's literally right there. And there's my Shaun of the Dead poster, and I got some other stuff in there. But yeah, so like, I feel like that is, just kind of like a given in terms of like films that people have grown up with and so on. And I think this is kind of a part of that. This was a part of that culmination of that. Like, this is a very easy horror film to get into. It's not too scary. It's a ton of fun. Even the blood that they use, it looks like mud, like watery, muddy water. Yeah. Like or poop. There you go. I was trying to get away from saying that, but like, it looks like dookie water. So like, that's what comes out of the vampires. And then if it gets on you, it turns into glitter. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not see that. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
Sure
yeah, it turns into glitter if it gets on you. I was like, that's cute. Very Twilight. Wonder if that's what like Stephanie Meyer got the glitter idea from. Probably
from the Lost Boys.
No. She said it came to her in her dream, and I was like, this chick remembering so the Lost horny. Boys. Like, she was. It's like, ooh, what if the vampires sparkle? Sure, Stephanie Myers, whatever you want. But you ready to jump into this, man?
Let's do it. Let's not get lost into it, but I'm down. We in.
All right. Oh, one other thing we should mention. Why are they called the Lost Boys? Right. Nobody was really truly lost.
Maybe they had
it's a cool name, though. Cool name. It's a cool name.
Just trying to find their direction,
There you go. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's more that like
for counsel.
They're trying to find themselves. They're lost within themselves, not physically lost. Unless we're talking about the missing children. Could be that. But those weren't all boys. But
no.
Maybe it's both. Both could be right answers. I don't know. We gotta figure that one out. The Lost Boys is directed by Joel Schumacher. I had a teacher named Mr. Schumacher. He failed me in history class. I was very upset about it. Released July 31st, 1987. Runtime 1 hour and 38 minutes with a budget of $8.5 million.
Solid.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot of money for an 80s vampire movie. All of them fucking flying around and shit. Box office of $32.5 million and a rating of 75% on the Rotten Teas. We open straight to the title card as we fly over the Pacific Ocean towards Santa Carla, while slapping Cry Little Sister on the ones and twos. This was another thing that this song also had a lot of people in a chokehold as well.
Well, yeah, I would say the soundtrack of this movie is really well crafted. It's really good. Yeah.
It's a good soundtrack. Good soundtrack. This is a good song too. It's not to shit on this song. It's a good song. It's very with the times, and it was so good they had to play it about 4 or 5 times in the movie. So I wanted you to know this is our theme song right here, y'all. David and his goons are.
It's good. It works. It works for it.
It is interesting. It is interesting. The Cry Little Sister. It doesn't fully go on with what the theme of the movie is like, but I mean, we're here. We're here. David and his goons are harassing a woman on a carousel until her boyfriend steps in. A security guard steps in, reminding them to leave the boardwalk. After everything shuts down for the night, he's walking back to his car. He starts running and screaming to his car as laughter flies above him, ripping him and his door off the hinges as they swoop him to the sky. Cut to a single mother, Lucy, and her two sons, Michael and Sam, driving into their new home in Santa Carla, scanning through different radio stations as Sam complains about the smell. Behind the welcome sign is tagged Murder Capital of the World. So I assume the smell was supposed to be him smelling dead bodies. I don't know what the smell thing was about.
Right,
but
which they maybe to lean towards like, oh, it's eerie, it's scary, this is the murder capital of the world. But at the same time, it's like, no, it's just Santa Cruz Beach.
I actually have a little blurb about that right here. There's like, we montage of the extremely lively boardwalk with all different walks of life, forcing us to believe that this is a dangerous yet fun environment.
It's like Santa Cruz now. Perfect.
This was so funny that they were really, really trying to hammer on. You could tell that they were really trying to be like focused in, instead of having black people be the center of this movie and have it be like, it's black folk here, dangerous. Instead of doing that, they just put a ton of alt people in here with just like punk clothes and hairstyles.
You've seen MTV, those dangerous people. Yeah, the skateboarders, those punks. Yeah,
we have 5 hot topics in this city. Dangerous. I just thought that was really funny on how they wanted to invoke danger, that like this is a dangerous town without trying to be racist, I guess, or prejudice. I mean, I guess they were prejudiced. They were prejudiced to alt people. Exactly. Like, I guess they were prejudiced.
Oh, you rebel against society? You guys are demons.
Yeah, it was very much like in the vein of anti-tattoo culture. Like that was a big thing in the 90s and the 80s, where like if you get tattoos, like, oh no, you're not going to get a job, you're not going to be able to fit in with society and all this other stuff. So like I felt like that's where they were trying to go with the concept of like, look how dangerous all these people look. When I'm just like, I would hang out with literally all of them. Like, they look so fun. The families make it to Grandpa's eccentric house. All right. They find him passed out on the deck, and they're like practically hoping he's dead. It's like, God.
So is he dead? I don't know.
Like, if he's dead, can we move back to Phoenix? Believing he's dead until he jokes around that he was playing dead, they move all of their shit in, and Sam is complaining about their situation, and Lucy thanks her dad for helping them during her legal battle. So, clear indicator here that she's going through a divorce, and she has full custody of the kids, and I guess it's the summertime as well. So like I think that's another thing, that because like she mentions it, like, I can't wait for you guys to go back to school. So I'm assuming it's the summertime.
Probably.
Santa Cruz does fill up like this during the summertime anyway, so like this does make sense. Yeah. I haven't been to Santa Cruz in forever.
The summer concerts and everything too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Same.
What's the last time you've been to Santa Cruz?
Probably like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's definitely sooner than I.
It's only like a 45-minute drive for me, ish.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I haven't been to Santa Cruz in a minute, but from what I remember when I did go to Santa Cruz, I mean, I love the arcade. That's like, they're literally walking towards the arcade when they go meet up with David and his crew.
Oh yeah, they have
that's where they're going.
Creepy ass clown too.
That clown,
the animatronic. And I saw it.
That's been there since we were kids.
That is still around.
That's been there since we were kids. I guess another fun fact that we can throw in there is the fact that like this is where the movie Us was also filmed as well, and there was also the Easter egg that like, oh, they're filming a movie over there. That was supposed to be the Lost Boys that they were filming over there. So
even the bridge with the train, that is a real location as well.
That is a real location. That is a real location. Yep. That bridge is as rickety and scary as it
looks.
seems. So it's a very scary bridge.
Yeah, terrifying.
To be young again. Mike is chasing Sam into a room full of bones and taxidermy. Grandpa calls out that there's a set of rules that they need to follow. Mike questions whether this town is really the murder capital of the world, and Grandpa doesn't really deny it, scaring the shit out of Sam. Afterward, he continues going over the rules, not wanting them to go inside his taxidermy room. Cut to they're like, dude, you do not have to tell us twice. Like, you think I want to go in there? Perfect. Dude, his house must have smelled terrible.
What
had to have smelled
so
terrible.
Creepy looking too.
Oh my
Everything
God.
in the house is just like so scary looking. Especially the taxidermy. The taxidermy, if he gifted that to me, I was like, that's not staying in my room. I would do exactly what the character did and just put it in the closet.
I think I would. I don't think I would put it in my closet though. I think I would like put it somewhere else.
Outside.
Yeah, outside,
it's kind of funny too. It's like he's just like secretly puts more into his room, and he just like wakes up, and we'll talk about it. But it's like scary.
Starts
like,
putting him in his bed and shit.
Yeah, like
one underneath his bed, but it's like looking out right from them underneath the mattress. It's just like
in reality, he's just actually like really fucking with him. It's like, you know what, my grandson's gonna move back in with me. I gotta forget about taxidermy shit. It's like it's not even a hobby. It's like I just started this last week just to do this to him.
Got to a party on the beach with a sexy saxophone man fucking getting it, dude. He was fucking shit up.
The hip thrust. Crazy.
Brother. The hip thrust. I was like, you are going to break a pelvis. Like, it's just, he was getting it, dude.
He was grooving a little bit. Yeah.
He was leaning into all of it. And I was here for it. I was like, you know what? Same, brother.
Go for it.
That was another thing that I thought was funny. Like, they have all these people dressing like punks, yet they're all listening to saxophones. I just thought that was
oh, the 80s.
That's like saying there is someone who looks like he dresses like from No Doubt or something. He listens to ska, but in reality, this dude just listens to classical music. Like
he's playing the saxophone with a full-on mosh pit in the middle.
I know, dude. It looked like it was going to be the way that they were acting. It was just, I was for it though. I would mosh to a saxophone. Why not?
Yeah.
Mike is in the crowd with his brother, absolutely smitten by Star, pushing her way through the crowd. He can't take her eyes off of her, watching her as she dances. They lock eyes for a moment before she runs away from him. So the logical thing to do is stalk her. Lucy is walking around the boardwalk and noticing the missing person sign being put up by the guard. She continues walking past a help wanted sign before helping a lost child looking for his mother. Max, the owner of the video store, notices her outside. She comes into the shop wondering if the boy's mother is there. She finds him and takes him out of the shop. David and his hair metal gang. Well, what are we doing, guys? Am I supposed to be afraid of you guys? Are you scaring me right now? I don't feel my timbers are shivering too much.
They're a very interesting group of what they decide to do for fun.
Yeah.
Especially when we get the first opening sequence of them like hitting on some other guy's chick on the carousel, and you're just like, cool, these guys literally just think they're hot shit and they can do whatever they want. And that's pretty much what they do. They just walk around and do whatever they want, no matter who's in front of them. And it's supposed to be
all look
scary.
the same too. Like, it was kind of hard to tell who the fuck was who.
Yes.
It was kind of nice that they pretty much only made Kiefer Sutherland talk. Really let anybody else.
He was just the main vampire, and the other guy, I just recognized him from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted.
I was like,
Alex
oh,
Winter.
that's cool that you're in this. Alex Winter, yes. Which he's actually either doing a lot of horror films or he's producing a lot of horror films, which is kind of cool to see.
Oh yeah, Alex Winter is a huge horror fan. Horror fan.
Yeah,
he loves horror.
Really cool.
Loves
really,
horror.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, he's a huge horror fan.
It was really cool seeing him in this movie because I don't really see him in a lot of other different roles. So it was cool to see him do something different.
David and his hair metal gang, Marco, Paul, and Dwayne. Not The Rock Johnson. Also enter the shop flirting with the cashier clerk. Max looks at the group, reminding them that they're not allowed in there. They mug him before leaving, and Max turns his attention back to Lucy as she mentions that she needs a job. Meanwhile, Mike is going after Star, wanting his brother to fuck off. He's good with it, finding a comic book shop to go into. And then we enter the Frog Brothers. That's right, folks. Their name is Edgar and Alan Frog. Keeping a close eye on him, thinking that he's a poser before he drops some hardcore nerd knowledge on like Superman, and he's like, you can't put Superman issue number 68 with issue 223 because kryptonite wasn't even shown yet. It was just like,
damn, you an expert, we get it.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. You'd be like, you made all of that up. Not like,
yeah.
Like that wasn't in the issues at all.
They out nerd. It was like, actually, if you put issue 60 on there, it's kind of like a flashback where they actually did find kryptonite because it was in the background of issue number 12, page 7.
Also, the introduction of Batman. So there you go. Yeah. Edgar gives him a copy of Vampires Everywhere, despite Sam not reading horror comics, thinking that it could save his life. The brothers are forced to chase after a group of goons stealing some comics. And this is something that's worth noting. Their parents are there, but they're fucking high as a kite, just sitting there.
The parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just seem like really out of it and just like...
Yeah.
Loopy.
I was like, are they vampires? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with them? So yeah, they were an interesting couple, I guess.
They do a really good job to focus on certain characters and make the background characters feel like background characters, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes total sense. Yeah, they're totally NPC behavior type back there.
Right. They're like, don't focus on these guys. Like, but I can't
You're
not
so
focus
right
on them
about
being
that.
Weird. Like, have you ever seen those videos of like clips on like TikTok and stuff where I've seen like, oh, you didn't see this in the movie, and it's like people playing hacky sack in the background, but there's no hacky sack, so they're just like playing in the air. And it's just like, it's so funny. It's like do something normal.
The one in Men in Black is probably the most hilarious one where the guy's not typing on anything. He's just like
air typing.
Yeah, and everyone's like, what is he typing on? Like, what is going on? Mike continues stalking Star as she hops on the back of David's bike. The couple who stole the comics are messing around in the car until their roof is ripped off from their car, snatching them both out, ignoring their screams. They're strong.
Yeah.
Gotta admit it. They are strong.
You see that with the security guard where the door rips off, pulling him up, and then now we see this car get literally destroyed before they get lifted off. And again, I love the camera movements. I love where it kind of like zooms in and kind of picks them up with him. It seems very violent because you're going with the camera, with that movement. It's very visceral, which is, it's really effective. It's really well crafted. I liked it.
It is. The next day, Grandpa shows Sam his car. This was so fucking funny to me. Starting it up and immediately turning it off because that's as close as he likes to get to the town.
Like, that was Grandpa.
That was fucking hilarious. We cut to Sam visiting the Frog Brothers comic shop. They wonder if he's noticing anything unusual in town, bringing up vampires. Sam thinks they're joking, but they're dead serious. They give him the vampiric comic with their number on the back again, wanting him to use it like a survival manual. But he thinks they're full of shit. Mike purchases a leather jacket and is checking out the piercing station before Star whispers that it is a ripoff. They spark an introductory conversation while David and his boys are watching from afar. They both compliment each other's names and are about to dip to get something to eat before they pull up. In the compliment of names, I think it was just something along the lines of like, he was like, it's like, oh, your parents were hippies or something.
Right. It's like, oh, your name is Star? It's like, my name could have been Moonchild because my parents were hippies too.
And she's like, oh, what's your name?
Like, oh, you got a weird name too?
Michael.
Perfect. It's like, I like Michael. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Who says that?
Like, okay, all right. She was like, very common name. Very common name.
The moment where the kids gave the vampire comic, it's like, oh, our number's on the back. Just hope you'll never call us. He's like, yep, I hope I never have to call you guys. I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Those dudes were, their comedic stings from like the brothers and stuff like that was so good. So fun.
Yeah.
I think Corey Feldman and Jameson Newlander, both of them had great chemistry together. They felt like
a duo. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they felt like brothers. A little bit more than the Coreys did, in my opinion. Anybody who doesn't know the Coreys, like, they even had their own reality TV show in the early 2000s or the late 2000s.
That's
probably.
right.
Yeah, you remember that? You remember the Coreys? Yeah, dude. Like, there was their own reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Maybe I'm mistaken. Hold on. Let me see. Because the two Coreys. That's what it was.
So
the two
Coreys. The two Coreys.
Yeah, no,
so
they go over a whole bunch of stuff. They even like had an episode where they get like reunited. I don't think it like ran that long. I think it was only a couple of seasons, but they like get reunited and they're like, they talk about like how they kind of go through that process of like seeing each other again. And then they also start talking about like some pretty heavier shit. They do talk about the Lost Boys. They talk about like, they show us during the 20th anniversary of the Lost Boys. I remember they showed the Lost Boys, but they even talk about like heavier shit where it's just like, they're talking about getting off drugs and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's the two Coreys. I didn't watch it that faithfully, but I did watch it when I did. So she introduces David to Michael, claiming that they're going to eat. He calls to her and she hops on David's bike instead. He tells Mike to keep up as they head on their way to Hudson's Bluff. Very 80s bully style here. You ever heard of Hudson's Bluff?
Yeah. This movie low-key kind of reminded me of American Graffiti. I don't know if you've seen that movie. The same kind of like, oh, let's do this cool thing because we're cool dudes, so we have to like we gotta keep up with us type of mentality. It's like, let's just drive around the city and just do cool things.
I mean, it's
Sure.
One of the American Graffiti for all is a fantastic movie. That's
phenomenal. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, great movie. Great
the
movie.
Soundtrack, but that's also really great. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful soundtrack. But you're absolutely right. Like it does give that greaser kind of vibes to it. Like
okay,
it
that's
almost
the feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it almost feels like it's hard to
Rebel
like
Cause.
a Grease
Actually,
meets
there's
vampires.
a really good Rebel Without a Cause homage here. It's like driving super fast, almost driving off a cliff, essentially.
Good correlation.
I was like, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good correlation. They sprint down the beach, which also dangerous. That's illegal. In
100%.
You don't do that thing. You cannot do that. They sprint down the beach, Mike closely behind them as they head into the woods toward the cliff. I would be so scared that I would just hit someone. Like they're driving on the beach at nighttime where everybody's still hanging out.
Super dark. And yeah, everyone's outside and everyone's doing stuff, and fog comes out of fucking nowhere as well.
Yeah, like where are you guys going? Like what the fuck? It's too foggy. David encourages Michael to keep going, but he stops just in time. He punches David, wanting to have a 1v1 with him, and he's just like, "You, me, nobody else. Come on!" And like David's just
he can't beat them all.
Yeah, exactly. And David's just like smiling and like chuckling. In that moment, that's when you know if someone does some shit like that after getting punched. Yeah, just leave them alone. Like, like leave them alone. Like you already lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't laugh after you get punched. Oh my God, how scary. They take him to their lair. I didn't know what else to call this place, but their lair, a place that they receive.
Man cave, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Their vamp cave, a place that they received after the 1906 earthquake. That's one thing he mentioned, that like the floor above collapsed down and it enclosed a rock on top of it. So now this is where they live. They have that big ass poster of like Jim Morrison on the wall. I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on here? David calls for Marco to get them some food, and also is handed a joint, offering some to Mike, knowing that he'll like it there. Sam is reading the Vampires Everywhere comic, startled by his mom telling him to go to bed. This reminds me of that, of like those TikToks of people making fun of people who read horror novels. I don't know if you've seen those.
I don't think so.
Where it's like, it's a whole thing where people make fun of people reading horror novels by acting like they had a jump scare in the horror novel.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, how can these be scary, so like and blah, blah, blah. Like,
jump and scream
while they're like reading and they're like and it's just it's one of those, and they try to do it as a parody
That's kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
But they try to do it as
my humor. That's a little bit. That's pretty funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
I feel like I should make that video one day.
obviously, all the book talkers do not. They fucking hate it. Like the horror book talker groups are.
Well, I'm sorry that I said I would make that video because I'm still probably gonna make it.
I just thought it was something
that
that
just
like
shows that reading is that much more immersive nowadays, which is great. You guys should love this.
Yes, it always has.
Have
been,
more people
read.
read.
It's just like, and that's what a lot of the comments would say in those types of videos and stuff like that. Where it would be like, obviously you guys don't read books, like. But yeah, it's I'm going off topic here, but like I digress. It is that just him getting startled by his mom while reading the comic book kind of reminded me of those. He reminds her to close the closet door. She admits to having the same fear, that being one of the reasons why she divorced his father, because he didn't believe in monsters, I think. Grandpa comes in, startling them both with deep, exaggerated laugh. This shit was also funny. Bringing in a stuffed beaver for Sam's room. He's willing to go to bed after he finishes the comic. Uncomfortable with the beaver, he stuffs it into the closet. Back at David's lair, Marco comes back with Chinese food. David offers him some rice to Mike. As soon as he takes a bite, David reveals that he's eating maggots. Star shouts for them to leave him alone after he spits it out. When he looks back on the ground, it's just rice. It wasn't even fried rice. It was literally just white rice.
White rice. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, I don't just want this. Give me some orange chicken or General Tso or something with this shit, man. What are you doing?
Anything with flavor.
God damn. Just like
white rice with nothing. Yeah, that's crazy. It's not that crazy, but
no, it's not. Like, but still, rice is a
food.
Is a pairing food. That's not just a meal in itself. It's a pairing food. Like you pair rice.
Oh, for sure, pairing.
Yeah, you pair it. You know, it's like mashed
I have
potatoes.
a question for the Ghoulish Knights listening. Ooh. How do you guys feel about ketchup on rice? I'm just gonna throw that out there. I grew up doing it.
Do you
find it weird?
Do you put ketchup on your rice?
I have in the past.
Do you still do?
If there's no other sauce available, I would for more flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Freddie?
I realized that is a low to medium poverty thing, actually.
I was about to say, I was like, you know what, Freddie? I was like, that's a struggle meal.
Food. That is a struggle meal. 100, yep. If you know, you know.
I used to do, because I didn't know how to make French toast when I was a kid, I used to make sugar and cinnamon toast. I would just put it in the toaster, put butter, and do cinnamon sugar, and that would be like a dessert. Like struggle meals, man. Everybody had well, not everybody, but like, if you know the struggle, like you have a struggle meal for sure.
I was like thinking about my past. I'm like, oh my god. We've had a lot of quesadillas. We've had a lot of frijoles with toast.
A lot of beans.
A lot of beans, yep. And I was like, and rice with ketchup. I'm like, Mom, were we poor?
she grabs her shoulder and she's like, we still are. Not like
in this economy, we're going back to that.
We're going backwards.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't want another Uncrustable, please.
David does the trick again with noodles being worms. He whispers to Marco to grab a bottle of blood. David takes a sip, offering some to Michael. Wanting him to be one of them, they all chant for him to drink it. Star whispers for him not to, revealing that it's blood. He doesn't believe her, taking a large sip. Laddie goes over to her for protection. Montage of the vampires all dancing around as Mike continues taking a sip after sip. Bruce getting straight up drunk off blood. They head to the bridge, jumping off the ledge. They're hanging over the bars, pressuring Mike to join them. A train rides above them. David shouts for Mike to hold on as they all start dropping from the bar one by one. He tells Mike that he's one of them, wanting him to let go before dropping down. The train passes, and they're all shouting as his name from below the fog. He can't hold on much longer, losing his grip and falling in the most dramatic way possible. And I like that he's like screaming and then he stops screaming and he looks around and he starts screaming again.
Just like the same scene from Spy Kids 2 when they fall in the volcano. If you know, you know.
Oh, no. Oh my god. What in the Cartoon Network is going on? He lands on his bed in his room with all of his clothes on. Sam wakes up to speak to their mom on the phone. Since the sun is too bright for him, he needs sunglasses. Now, this makes it seem like it's the next day. I think this is like a few weeks later.
You think so? Actually,
I think
I
so.
can see that.
Because like they're like
process.
they have this thing where later they're arguing. She's like, "You're always sleeping in. You're always out all night," and blah 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 blah. So like I feel like he's been hanging out with
now it's
David
like the
and his
habit
crew.
of him transitioning to more nightlife. Yeah,
exactly.
I can see that.
So I feel like it's been either a few days or a week or so that has passed. So I don't know. But Lucy wants him to stay with Sam while he goes out for dinner with Max. He doesn't want to, but he does it for her. Yeah, this is actually the part where she's like, "You've been gone for days," or like she's like, "You always come home late," and blah blah blah. So like, this is kind of when she mentions that. Later that night, Grandpa is also getting ready to deliver a stuffed dog to a widower. Mike makes a joke that he stuffed her husband, making Grandpa uncomfortable. I'm like, that made you guys uncomfortable? What? All right. Y'all soft. Sam is about to make Mike a sandwich, but he's good. He tells this man is literally going to a lady's house who just lost her husband, giving her a stuffed dog so he can have sex with her. And she just lost her husband. And that was the one thing where y'all was just like, "Oh wow, too far." Like,
Too
what?
far.
Like, what the fuck?
All right,
like,
Grandpa, pull it back a little bit.
Like that was too far. That was too far. He
And
tells
put their
Mike to
hands
lose
on their hips, like, Grandpa, come on.
And then they play the song, "Cry, little sister." Like, Sam is about to make a sandwich, but he's good. But he tells Mike to lose the earring and that he hasn't been acting like himself. They're interrupted by David and his gang revving their motorcycles so loudly that it vibrates and shakes the entire house. All right. He can hear them calling out to him, Sam urging him not to open the door, but he does so anyway. When he does, there's nobody there. Sam doesn't understand what's going on, and while Sam is taking a bath, Mike is fighting for its life while trying to drink some milk, fighting the urge to drink his brother's blood. He opens the door, and Sam doesn't notice as he submerges himself underwater. Their Malamute dog, Nanook, great name, attacks him, slamming the door shut. I absolutely love Malamutes. Those are some of my favorite dogs, but they are high maintenance, dude. Like you are. Oh my
so
God.
much energy.
Hair, just the hair.
The hair
alone is just like, oh my God.
Fair.
When Kathleen and I were dating, she used to live in Oakland. And she had a roommate named Josh. Really cool dude. Super big horror fan. But I think he's like a big time like dog trainer now. I think he had like legit like has like millions of followers on like TikTok for dog training or something like that now.
That's cool.
Yeah. Good for him. But he had two dogs. One was a rescue and then he had a Malamute. And the name of his Malamute was so fucking cool. He named them both after pretty much like Soviet Russia because he was Russian. So it was Moscow the Malamute, and it was Soviet the mutt initially, but he called her Sovi.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Yeah, super cute dog, dude. She since she was a stray, I think when he found her, like she did have like some issues like not being able to control her pee and stuff like that. So it was really sad. And he ended up having to put her down because she unfortunately attacked a cat or something like that, like a neighbor's cat, and ended up killing
unfortunate.
Him. Yeah, so they forced him to put her down, and I know that fucking crushed him, and it crushed Moscow too because Moscow died shortly after that. And I was just like, God damn it, man. So yeah, that was rough.
Yeah,
but, yeah. Shout out to
That's
Moscow. He was great. Such a good dog, man. Such a good dog. Both of them were. Sam goes downstairs, finding his brother on the ground, holding his bleeding hand. Mike reassures his brother that he didn't hurt Nanook and that he was bitten because he was protecting Sam. They look at his reflection in the mirror, or lack thereof, because he's like fading away.
Transparent.
Yeah, just like, look at your reflection.
Like, oh my God,
what's happening to me?
It's like, you've been lying to me, haven't you? It's like, no, I can see right through you. How dare you?
Exactly. Running upstairs and locking himself in the room, demanding that Mike get away from him as he bangs on the door. He grabs the comic, dialing for the Frog Brothers. Mike closes himself in his room, heart beating rapidly as he tries to gain his composure. But Sam is speaking to the brothers, confirming that Mike is, in fact, a vampire. Does his breath stink?
Yeah, but it's always stunk. Oh, yeah. He's a vampire.
He's a vampire. It sounds like he's been a vampire for a long time. They suggest that he kill him with a stake, but he doesn't want to do that. Mike wakes up floating toward the ceiling, freaking out, that trying his best to grab onto anything to bring himself back to the ground. Sam waits by the phone until his mom calls. Mike holds on to the line on his end, trying not to be drifted away by the lack of gravity. He wants to tell her what's going on, but not on the phone. Mike struggles to tell her not to listen to him. Sam screams that he's coming in to kill him. She rushes off the phone and back to her boys. Mike pleads for Sam's help to open the window and allow him back inside the house. He hesitates, but allows him back inside. Mike wants them to stick together, knowing that he can work this out, but not to tell their mom what's going on. Like, she'll believe them. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Michael's a vampire. Michael!
Like, I know your brother sucks, but you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lucy rushes back inside the house, and Sam excuses that he was scared by his horror comic. If I was their mom in that moment, and they said that I was just afraid of my horror comic, and you had me leave dinner unexpectedly, mind you, I would be fucking furious, dude. I would be so upset. I'm like, are you kidding me?
But like, boy, okay. You don't know fear. You better eat your dinner.
Better eat your rice with ketchup.
That's all we had, all right? It was delicious, all right?
Like I said, I'm not going to knock it because that is 100%. Like, once you were telling me, I was like, that's a struggle meal right there. That is straight up struggle meal
Grilled
style.
Cheese, quesadillas.
Bro, sometimes you didn't even have oh, brother. I remember one time when, I don't know why we went back to this, but I remember one time that
we have to go through therapy still about this shit.
Exactly. We only had pots in the house, and I wanted to make a grilled cheese sandwich. So I tried the toaster at first. I fucked up the toaster. Fair. Destroyed the toaster. It did not work. They got cheese stuck down there. I didn't turn it sideways.
Oh, you put the cheese inside.
I was a kid. I was a kid. Bro,
enough.
Straight up, just a cheese sandwich. Straight up cold cheese sandwich. And I was like, we're thugging it out. Thugging it out. This is how we're doing it. Cold cheese sandwich. And I used to only like cheeseburgers just plain when I was a kid. Would only eat them plain. But that's back when we had like the... You know, like when they used to do like the dollar menus and shit at like fast food places, and you can just get like a burger without anything for $1.
McChicken was $1 for years. Now it's like $4. Yeah,
it's wild. Remember they used to call them dollar menunaires? That's what they used to call them, dollar menunaires.
Yeah.
Not anymore. They're called inflation. His mom is pissed. Yeah, they're just called billionaires now. Like anybody who asks me, like, hey, let's go get some McDonald's, is like, I am not rich.
Can't afford it.
Yep, exactly. His mom is pissed that this all blew up because of a comic book. Picking up the spilled milk carton off the floor, Laddie's missing persons picture is on the back of it. He's forced to lie about Mike being asleep to stop her from wondering where he is. Mike quietly sneaks out. Sam is too scared to sleep alone, asking Lucy if it is okay if he sleeps with her tonight. After coming to see if he's okay, she allows him to sleep with her. And this was pretty funny too, where she was like, oh my God, what's that smell or whatever? And he's like, has the robe of garlic. And I was like, you were just going to take that, like your robe off and just sleep in a necklace of garlic? Like,
right. She like hides it back in. It's like, ooh, she smelt it. Oh no.
Cut to Max going back home, worried about someone being at his house due to his dog Thorn whimpering and growling. A kite the shape of a bat startles him, and circling motorcycles startle him as well. So this is interesting. I don't know the full context yet. We'll get to the end to kind of like talk about that, but I don't know the full context yet, just in terms of his relationship with David, and so like, I'm just trying to figure that out too. But yeah. Meanwhile, Mike goes to the hideout searching for Star. She doesn't answer him as she sits on the bed with Laddie. He picks up the bottle of blood, chucking it. Star reveals herself, sobbing that she doesn't know how to help him during his transition. He wants to know what's happening to him, and she answers the best way she can by having sex with him. That's how she answers. All this to Gerard McMannon's voice of Cry Little Sister again.
Thou shalt not. Like, what the hell
Cry, little sister. This was also really funny to me because it was just like, is this our Bound Chicka Wow Wow music right now? This sounds so
every type of music.
This is just it works for every scenario in this movie.
Like, you can have the rights to this song if you play it every 25 minutes. In your movie.
Know that's probably literally how that conversation fucking went, dude. like Gerard McMannon was probably just like, only if you play it at least every
4 to
5
minutes.
times. Like I need this to be in Act 1 through 3, including the credits. So, but the other vamps woohoo their way back to the hideout since it is now morning. Mike wakes up, checking his now healed hand, and Lucy is waiting for him on the porch when he arrives home, wanting to talk to him about today's sponsor. And we're back. But he's standoffish and cold toward her. He is a fucking asshole. Like, it's just like, just because you're a vampire, does that mean you need to be mean?
Yeah, this guy really sucks now. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just like,
he cold-blooded.
You know how, like, I don't know if you have heard people say this, but like, I'm a firm believer that guys also have like a time of month in terms of their attitude. There's a period of the month where I'm a cranky pants, and I don't know why. Obviously, it is something that I call it man periods, I guess. I don't know. Like I don't know. But maybe that's what's happening to him.
There you go.
Who knows? We're not sure. But that is not to say though that like men have it as like bad as women, by the way.
Oh, definitely not. You guys have it the worst. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Generally.
That's it. That
sucks. You'll win on that terrible competition.
Yeah. I do not envy a woman's time of the month. I do not envy it whatsoever. Back in college, we would have, I think I've told this story before, but like we would have like tampons and pads and stuff like that in our dorm room just for like our lady friends who would come over and stuff like that. And if they ever just needed something, it's just like, yeah, cool, it's in the bathroom. Like, you know, take what you need. We would do all that stuff. Like we would have like extra toothbrushes. So like if anybody wanted to stay the night or all that type of stuff. So yeah. Our mothers have raised us well. Excusing that he's tired and brushing off her suggestions that his attitude is because of a girl, inside the house, he ignores Sam's mysterious question on if he took care of everything. Lucy, he's like, yeah, I sure did. By having sex with a Star. Lucy and Sam go to Max's house so she can drop off an apology bottle of wine, greeting Thorn on the porch. Oh, hi, Thorn. Oh, my God. You're trying to kill me. but he chases and attacks her as she hops over the fence. I would have sued the fuck out of Max, bro. Oh, my God.
Dude, I honestly, this type of scene makes me think like, I hope the dog is okay when they were doing this scene, because like, you made the dog provoked very, very well for this scene to happen too. Like, this dog was vicious. Like, he wanted to get through that fence too, like really badly. And I'm just like, what did you guys do to make him do that? And I feel bad. But hopefully, Maybe good
I know
training.
in some of like some movies they would have multiple dogs, like one with different temperaments.
Sure,
Where they get these dogs from, I have no idea. But
it's like let's bring in the wrong dog, which is kind of sad too.
Let's bring in the most vicious dog we can find.
Who's gone through it essentially and use that to like for the movie, which always sucks.
Yeah,
as well.
Animals in movies in general, I feel like just shouldn't exist. To be honest with you, like I just feel like animals in movies shouldn't exist. It's just like they don't know what's going on.
That's why I think Primate did it right.
They think it's
put
real.
Put a guy in a suit. There you go.
Yeah, just put a dude in a suit, man. Just put a dude in a suit.
Some animal do it. This is what Nope
That's
was
why
trying to say.
never fault movies for having like CG animals because I would much rather that. I would much rather that. Like it's just I just feel like animals just shouldn't be in movies. It's just unless it's like something like a Marley and Me.
Sure.
Yeah. Something that's gonna be like they have to do like strenuous peril and stuff like that. Like that to me, that's just weird. It's just weird. Yeah. Like when they left Nanook outside. Oh my fucking god, dude! That was so hard to watch for me. I practically skipped it. I like kept kind of like okay, he's still whimpering. Let me skip that until they went to go get him.
Dude, that dog was in peril multiple times in this movie. Dude, I'm just like, but he's also like a badass character in here too. So I'm just like, all right, he like a hero in most of these scenes, which is kind of cool to see as well.
Man, gotta love him.
Yeah.
Anyway, she gets attacked and hops over the fence, pushing through the gate as he tries to finish what he started. Sam helps his mom rush back inside the car. Sam meets up with the Frog Brothers to discuss what's been going on. Something that they've been aware of for a while now. They want him to kill Michael, but he knows that he's only half vampire. How? How do you know this? Like what made you conclude that? Like I know my brother's only half. If I was the Frog Brothers, I would also kind of be like, "What? Like, like what do you mean?" Like, Sam is sure that he doesn't know who the head vampire is, so Edgar finds that the only choice is to kill his brother. Sam knows that all of this started when his mom started working at Max's store, and he noticed that Max only comes to work at night and considers his dog to be his daytime protector or hellhound. Reading an excerpt from the comic book to convince the brothers that he's the head vampire and they need to go after him, they agree to look into him. That would be so funny if the brothers never read that comic before. And that was like their first time seeing it.
They're like, oh.
That's what it meant. God.
We were just using
got some Mike slinking out of his room.
Our phone numbers on.
Exactly. This is like our business cards. Cuts a Mike slinking out of his room. He tries to speak to Sam behind his door, but he slams it shut. Meanwhile, Lucy is preparing dinner for Max. She tells Mike that she wants them to meet as he passes by, but he has plans. He opens the door straight to Max, not really feeling him, but accepts his introduction anyway. Max doesn't come in until Mike invites him inside, and this is where I guess all of his vampire powers go away. Like, I don't know if he can turn into a vampire anymore if he gets invited to the house. It's just like, all of that it's gone if you invite me into the house, which is a cool concept.
Michael becomes powerless from him when he's invited to the house.
Yeah, but like the reflection, he still had a reflection. I assume that was supposed to be holy water that they threw on him and nothing happened. So I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. Unless they fucked up their own rules. I feel like we're just misunderstanding it.
I feel like it's like, oh, as head vampire, I don't follow by these rules. It's like, well, fuck you, man.
Okay. Fuck you, man.
Hey, fuck you bloodthirsty fuck.
Now inside, he greets Lucy, sitting out the food, handing her some flowers, apologizing for his dog's behavior. And he's just like, oh, Thorne apologizes. And I'm like, fuck that, dude. I'm never going to your house. Are you kidding me? Keep that goddamn fucking demon away from me. They exchange a kiss as he invites her back over to his place. They're interrupted by Sam introducing the Frog Brothers. They're all sitting down at dinner while all the boys are accusing him of vampire characteristics, forcing him to eat garlic, throwing water on him, which I assume was holy water, I don't know, and turning off the lights to see if Max glows. When they turn the lights back on, they startle him by pointing a camera or pointing a mirror in his face. He passes all the tests that will lead them to believe that he's not a vampire. Max claims that he understands what's going on and that he's not trying to take the role of his father away. Lucy walks him out, apologizing for Sam's actions, and then Max, I guess, turns into his father or trying to be in that father figure. Is like, the boys need discipline. They'll start walking all over you. And she's like, I'm not walked over. It's like, sure, Lucy. Like,
damn.
Sure,
Thanks,
Lucy.
Dad.
You're not walked over. Sure. And I'm not head vampire. Like, my favorite song is not Cry Little Sister.
Thou shalt not walk over me.
It's just like another fucking needle drop right here. Turning the lights.
It's been 20 minutes. Go, 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 go.
Now.
It's like just a normal conversation. It's just like the music just kicks it out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's like,
I just imagine that they had this fucking guy on set, dude. And they're just like, sing the song. Like he literally was on set singing the song live.
At gunpoint. Do it.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
All the kids on the choir, and you're just like, oh my God. What a song. Max calls out that he needs discipline before inviting her over to his place for dinner. He's like, fuck these kids. Come to my house instead. Which contradicts what he says at the end of the movie. It very much contradicts what he says at the end of the movie. But we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah.
Mike finds David and his goons on the boardwalk. He grabs David, demanding Star's whereabouts. Where's Star? They take him to a private bonfire where these dudes are dancing like idiots to walk this way. This scene was so fucking funny. I don't think it was supposed to be.
You mean the word cool?
It was very gory, but this scene was so funny to me, and I'm going to explain why when I finish it. David calls Michael over to finalize his initiation in a tree, revealing with incredibly long laughter that they're all vampires. They're laughing for almost 2 minutes straight.
Look at us, we're vampires.
They're like, hi, Michael. Where's Buffy the Vampire Slayer when you need her?
You saw the movie Send Help, right?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that scene where they're just like laughing back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I brought home the bacon. You did bring home the bacon.
It is.
He snorts like you snorted. Now you're the bacon. Just continues laughing. I'm like, this is way too long.
It's just it's so uncomfortable, and this reminded me of that where it was just so fucking funny to me. There was also what this movie reminds me of, and I don't know if this is a bad thing. This might be, but it might not be. It reminds me of Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, the Disney Channel original.
Phenomenal movie. That's a compliment.
Is it a compliment? So would you rather watch Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, or would you rather watch Lost Boys?
Ooh, I would say Lost Boys is more fun. Ooh,
I agree.
Both movies are fun.
I agree.
But yeah, the other movie's a little bit more ridiculous, I would say, definitely.
I mean, it's a movie. It's a Disney Channel original made for children.
Yeah.
That was released on Friday the 13th.
Oh, was it? There you go.
Yeah, it was released on Friday the 13th. And I don't know what day, but I remember it was Friday the 13th. Now I gotta look it up. Of course, it was October 13th, 2000.
Nice.
Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. But dude, I shit you not, it's the same fucking shit, dude. Like this Lost Boys and Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, they're literally the same movie.
The head vampire seems like the same type of personality type too.
100%. 100%. Like there's also a Van Helsing character. It's and I think he was also a kid. So like it was
yeah, no, for sure.
So like this
It's
movie
like,
is definitely
you're dating the vampire. Come on, stop it. No,
there's also the other one where it's My Date with the President's Daughter. Remember that one?
That was a good one. I liked it.
That was a good one.
That
one had their own theme song.
But that's like me growing up with them too, so they're probably not great. But
no,
they were all great to me.
They're probably, if you probably have a nostalgic feel to it, but like,
you know what movie is really now we're going off topic, but a movie that is really
Little
good
Vampire?
that I saw, not even that, but also phenomenal film. I like that one too. Richie Rich is a really good movie. Like rewatching it as adults. If you haven't seen Richie Rich, it's with Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin? Yes. He's wearing glasses.
Well, he has like the fucking laser, fucking the Mount Rushmore of their like faces, and they're going down vaults, and like people are getting evaporated and turned into like bedpans. I was like, man, this movie's violent, and I was just like blown away by it. I was like, this is pretty solid. This is kind of a horror film in a way too, but yeah, it's always about
Richie
these like
Rich is
adventurous kids trying to like fight to like save the adults in the movies.
There was a whole bunch of type of movies like that, especially in like the early 90s as well. Like I felt like that was just a repeatable
It's up to the
thing.
kids to solve the problems. Yeah,
exactly. We had Dennis the Menace, Blank Check, Little Giants. We had all
Blank
of those.
Check is the one that's still kind of weird. It's like, all right, you're
no, Blank Check is 100% weird. Like that lady is a pedophile. Like, like, are you kidding me? Like, absolutely weird. Majorly off topic. Let's get back. Sorry. They growl as they attack the group of men. Mike can't handle his urges as his eyes shift from carnage. The scene also is very gory. Like he bites the top of some bald dude's head and like blood comes splattering out. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's real cool. Mike can't handle his urges as his eyes shift from the carnage, which was so funny. It was Mike was like in the trees, like, like it was just like, what?
It's like, I hate this, but I want to be part of this.
He was like, no, and he like falls backwards into the. It was so dramatic, but I actually really enjoy this scene. I think this scene is so much fun.
This scene reminds me of Trick or Treat once they turn in. Oh, without spoiling too much, the werewolf scene.
If they have
the transformation,
Trick or Treat, come on. yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. He screams no, falling out of the tree and transitioning back, and David and the others pretty much give him a there you have it moment, finally knowing what they are and what he is. There you have it. What do you think, Michael? You one of us or what?
He's like,
no, dude, you guys are like, scary.
He's all like, I know what you are. He's like, say it, a vampire.
Cut to Sam waking up, startled by his grandpa's stuffed owl. He puts it in the closet, surprised by Mike in his room. Sam already knows that he's a vampire, knowing that he can fix this by killing the head vampire, but he got it wrong with Max. Star calls out to Mike from outside, asking if she can come up. He doesn't allow her either, demanding that Sam lock the window and door. She enters anyway, revealing, and she just like floats up. And I love this part when Sam like hides in the covers and he's like going with them. He was like, "Who's David?"
What the hell's going on?
This was a really good one. This was also really funny. Yeah. She enters anyway, revealing that he's only a halfling like her and Laddie. Sam was right. Sam is hiding in his covers, confused, while also piecing things together, knowing that Mike's transition won't be complete after his first kill. She admits that he was supposed to be her first kill, but she couldn't do it. Weaker and weaker by the day to fight her urges, she was hoping that he could protect her and Laddie. He chuckles as he pushes her away, and she's like, all right, bye. And she just dips. Sam shouts for her not to kill anybody until they get back to her. He calls Edgar and Alan, which is hilarious. That's why I was kind of bummed that they named them Frog. It would have been better if they were either named Poe, because they're Edgar Allan Poe.
Sure. Yeah.
I thought that would have been a little bit more clever. Obviously, it would have been super on the nose, but like still,
right?
Like I feel like that would have just been really cool for them to be like, we're the Poe brothers, and his name's Edgar, my name's Alan.
And that's still a cool name. It's even cooler with that aspect because there's something to like latch onto with that connection. Yeah. But the Frog Brothers, like, cool, what do you guys do? We jump into it. Okay.
like the Mario Brothers? Precisely. In the morning, they ride over to Sam's place. They grab Mike and shoot out toward the cave while the Frog Brothers are checking their gear. Mike doesn't want Sam to go down there, but Sam isn't going to allow him to go down without him. This was funny when they were checking their gear and they were just like, yeah, do mine next. It kind of reminds me of like, dude, where's my car? And like when they're checking like the tattoos on their back.
What does it say? Sweet. What about mine? Dude, what about mine? Sweet. What about mine? Dude.
She's like, no, I know it's sweet. I want to know what it says.
Yeah.
Dude.
Your tattoo says sweet. Your tattoo says dude. It's like, oh. Another crazy movie.
I have no desire to ever rewatch those again because I know that's like a product of its time.
Oh yeah, it's not okay.
like that's a product of its time type of movie for sure. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of questionable shit. Same with like American Pie and
for sure, all of them.
Van Wilder, all of those. Waiting,
the 90s.
Shallow Hal, another one where just like, holy fucking shit! If they were to make that now, oh my god, yeah. But we were children. Think of the children. Inside the cave, they loudly stumble around the room. They're loud as fuck. They're like, we gotta check over here.
Right, they're sleeping. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
They can't hear us. But and just like, we see one. But Mike, that would have been so funny. It would have fucked up, but that would have been funny if they would have stabbed Mike because he got in the way of like Star. It's like, you're a vampire anyway. Like we don't care about you. But Mike calls them off and wakes her up to take her out of there, but she wants him to take Laddie first. Edgar and Alan keep moving, feeling a draft in another area. Flies buzz as they move deeper through the cavernous and jagged halls. Once Mike gets Laddie out, he grabs Star next, covering her face with his jacket to shield her from the sun. The boys finally make it to the vampire's tomb, startled when they notice them sleeping above them. They climb up. Edgar stakes Marco first, causing them all to wake up screaming and writhing in shared pain. This was awesome.
This was brutal.
So brutal, dude. And I like the fact that even when he falls down, he's still screaming. Like that was just such a good touch.
The crazy aspect too is like, all right, they're pretty sure they are vampires, but it's like at the same time, it's like, what if they were not? I mean, of course, they're hanging up upside down, whatever. But it's just like they had no like hesitation for murdering this person. They're like, vampire, cool, steak, got you, bam,
easy.
I'm just like, damn, that's cold blood murder too in a way. But
I knew this kid.
Right on.
I knew this kid. I'm not gonna say his name, but I knew this kid that he would sleep like this.
That's terrifying.
It, like I said, dude, it was because of these types of movies where like that he made it his entire personality.
It's kind of like the Mummy stands with their hands across
it's like you cross your arms over, and he would sleep like that, and it was so fucking performative. But like it was just the fact that like oh dude, like he was totally trying to get in this chick's pants. That's one of the reasons. Like it was just like yes, dude, he would act like a vampire, and like it would. I fucking swear to you, we were on our way. This won't give it away because like I doubt I don't know, he might, but like we were on our way to Australia, and I went to Australia with this program where like they send a bunch of kids to Australia
for survival.
It's Hunger Games.
It's like you get one stick and one bottle of water. Figure it out.
I made it back.
Great trip. But it was a great trip.
She was reading Twilight on the plane, and as she was reading Twilight on the plane, he was trying to get in her pants, and he could smell in the air. He was trying to get in her pants, and he would do the wildest, oddest things to try to just like have the attention place on him. Like for example, we were with a Maori tribe. And they taught us how to cook in underground with the molten lava and stuff like that. Well, not molten lava, but like with the lava rocks. So they were doing that by like doing like meats and potatoes and all this other stuff. This fucking kid sticks his hand in the dirt where moving the rocks out of the way and grabs his potato. And I'm shit you not. I'm just like, what are you doing? And it was just because he wanted attention on himself. It worked though. The chick slept with him. So there you go. The boys abort as David says the intro to the Dead Meat podcast. You're dead meat! As they're that's where it's from. As they're crawling out, he grabs Sam by his legging. By his legging? Why did I write that? By his leg. The boys tug him until they pull his arm toward the beaming sunlight.
We cut to him just wearing leggings. What the fuck did you put these on?
Why did I put that?
He's like, these are my cave pants.
These are my cave pants. It makes it to where I have the most flexibility to get in and out of the situation. God damn. Why did I put that? Holy shit, I'm crying.
Just tries to grab his leg and it's just full legging.
Just like pulling the leggings. Why are these so stretchy?
He looks back, he's like, wow, I got them for 15% off on Lululemons. Available to you in all retailers.
Damn, expensive ass taste. Oh my God. Oh. He releases him, shedding a tear as he promises that he'll come tonight. They rush toward the car, calling out to Mike, but he's passed out with the others. And this is where they actually show that like they have glitter and all that stuff on them as well. Anyway, Sam takes the wheel, and they almost drive off a cliff in reverse, which it looked like that was someone else's foot on the gas. Right? Was it? I assume that it was Edgar's foot on the gas, and they were going backwards when he was just like fuck, and he had to slam on the brakes. But anyway, they bring Star and Laddie into Mike's room so they can finish resting, and Edgar and Alan want them to start planning something else in the next 2 hours before they lose sunlight because their plan was ruined. They thought they were going to get a few more vampires in that, but they did not. Sam goes to his mom's work, revealing all the shit about the vampires, but she doesn't believe him. She thinks she thinks this has something to do with Max, but the hell with Max! She's had enough, dismissing him. They're on their own, just the way they like it, which... Okay. The boys ride to the church to fill up their canteens with holy water during a baptism. This was
That's a really funny scene. They're all just like staring at them, and they're like staring back while still filling it up. They're like making eye contact, and they're like, "Sorry," and they're like, "All right." Sure.
It's the freshest water in town. I'm sorry. The boys, Sam tells his grandpa that he has a date around 7, making sure that he's safe and out of the house. Okay, so it's okay for grandpa to not be there, but you wanted your mom there? What?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those cases where it's like, all right, it's only up to us. The grandpa can't do anything. He's grandpa.
He's grandpa.
Get out here, grandpa.
Cue the vampire preparation montage, baby. Once nightfall, David and the others woke up screaming before flying out of the cave to get their revenge. During dinner at Max's, Thorne can hear them flying overhead, barking and startling Lucy. She explains that she's jumpy because of what Sam said and when he came to visit her. Back at the house, Edgar is explaining how vampires die differently before Nanook starts whimpering and barking outside. Sam rushes out there to get his dog because definitely same, and this is the scene that Freddie and I were talking about, how much we hate this fucking scene. The
dog should have been inside the whole time. What do you mean you just did a whole montage of you preparing your house?
Just put the dog in a different room. Yeah. Like your mom has her own room, Mike has his own room, and you have your own room. Put the dog in another room.
Hell, there's even the taxidermy room. What the fuck?
Put the dog in like anywhere but outside, because they put it outside because it was barking at Laddie and Star.
Right.
So that's why they put Nanook outside.
Like, the furthest fucking
change to the fence.
Yeah.
I'm just like...
away from the house. Like, super far away. The fuck?
okay. They all scream for him to get back into the house, and Michael sprints out of there to help his brother. They see the vampires are coming, and they shoot back inside the house after saving their dog. Dwayne drops down through the burning chimney. The frogs bring Laddie and Star upstairs, turning their backs on them, ready to stake them next. It's like now that we're alone, they can't stop us. Like they make a run for it, but Paul is waiting behind a door, taunting them. They manage to throw holy water on his face, but Nanook finishes the job by jumping on him, forcing him into the tub. He pops back up to reveal his melting face, shooting his exploding blood out of every single pipe in the house. And
it makes no sense, but I love it. We'll take it.
It makes zero sense. It's just like
a great effect.
Did the bathtub just drain all of a sudden? But it's just like, I
don't know. They showed the bathtub
great effect,
like kind of whirlpooling in and it's draining essentially, which makes no sense for it to go anywhere else besides getting drained out.
The drain?
Where it doesn't go into
it's
other
cool,
pipes.
though.
But you know what? It's a great effect. It's phenomenal.
It's a great effect.
Love
it's
the practical
very
effects,
strong
love the
blood.
makeup.
Very strong blood. It explodes everything.
So
it breaks toilets and breaks fucking sinks and shit.
Which is very much like the Goonies scene that we see when they like push the pipes up and all the water gets all over the place and stuff like that. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sam is in another room with Mike, but he's knocked out. He tries searching for Dwayne with a lamp, but he can't find him. He's not able to get Mike up, and Dwayne grabs Sam, shooting him in the face with holy water until he drops him on the couch. Sam manages to fire an arrow at him, dropping him and the score from playing. This was also really funny as well, because it's like this crazy score, and as soon as he shoots his arrow and the dude falls on the ground, it's dead silent. It is fucking hilarious. May, please, for the love of God, if you can find that scene, it's on YouTube. The whole thing is available on YouTube. If you could just put a snippet of that scene of him in the air and then he gets shot with the arrow. When he falls down, there's no music. Just that snippet. Please and thank you. I appreciate you. Love you. Like, oh my god, shoot. It was so fucking funny. It was the oddest moment ever. I was just like, what?
It's just like, but the silence was so
like
deadly.
Down on
it
the
was
floor.
just like, okay, boom, done.
Sam manages to yeah. He goes to check and Dwayne gets up laughing that he missed. Sam fires another arrow through his heart and into the stereo, shocking him until he explodes. Death by stereo.
You missed, sucker.
Once, pal. Death by stereo.
Mike finally wakes up, but it is always at the worst times. Like, Mike, you're not doing anything right now. Like, you're dead weight. Like, I pretty much have like 2 body counts and you have 0 right now. So like, what the fuck?
Pull your weight. Do your
Pull your weight. Do your fucking job. You're a vampire. Act like it. Mike finally wakes up at the worst times. They try to run upstairs, but David pushes Mike back down the steps and scratches his face. Wow. Sam makes it back with his brothers. They gas themselves up, not noticing that Laddie is straight up ready to pounce underneath the bed. He bursts out of the mattress and runs to the corner. They're about to attack, but Star stops them. Back downstairs, David is still toying with Mike. But after one last hit, Mike embraces his killer instinct, and we have us a little vampire standoff, y'all. They're twirling and twisting in the air, taking turns trying to stake each other into horn animal carcasses. This was cute. Mike declines David's final invitation to join them by turning him around and pushing his body through the horns. It was like gazelle horns. I was like, where the fuck did this guy get this? And I like how his death was so fucking boring.
Oh,
He just-
I don't know why I thought you were going to say horny for some reason, but you weren't going that way. You were not doing the pun. Never mind. You're right. It was kind of lackluster.
There was a little lackluster there. That's where I was keeping my head at. But
Same.
yeah,
I just thought you were going to go there.
Lackluster here.
I mean, yeah.
The others come down the steps. He grabs Star, not wanting them to see him in vamp mode. I'm on vamp mode. Shouting for his little brother to get away. Get away from me!
I'm a killing machine. Get out of here, Bella. I mean, what? My brother?
And this part is also kind of funny where they're like, you're right, I don't feel any different. Like, I don't think he was the head vampire. It's like, we just killed an innocent person? No, you did it. We still killed someone who needed to die. Lucy arrives with Max. It is hectic when they get inside the house. Sam, Alan, and Edgar's voices climb on top of each other as they try to explain what happened there tonight. Max goes to check on David's dead body before walking back out into the living room. He apologizes to Lucy, blaming himself for allowing David and his boys to make such a mess. Star knows that David was hiding him. He confirms it. Okay, so there you go. Surprise everybody, Max is actually a vampire. And there were like sets of rules that I guess he made to where he was saying that like, oh, if you're invited into the house, vampire rules kind of go out the window.
Don't apply.
You're kind of human again.
But can still turn into a vampire. It's just like all the negative attributes of being a vampire go away, but all the positive stuff stays. Sure.
Right.
Okay,
but this is
we'll
where
this
is where the contradiction happens here. Revealing that he was truly after Lucy, admitting that trying to turn her boys so he could get to her, despite all of his failed efforts, he still wants her. Okay, what? Where did they try to turn Sam?
So,
like,
they didn't yet, but I feel like they were going to. I guess that was a long-term game. It's like, oh, I have all these misbehaving boy vampires.
How much time?
I'm the head of the family.
Much time did this fucking man want to take to do this? It's
right.
like,
well, I guess he wanted to
bite them.
Woo! It's like, I want you to love me before I turn you into a vampire. I guess I don't know. Some weird. shit.
So you're saying he's a nice guy?
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. I don't even fucking know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just a little contradictory to me in terms of just like what he was trying to do, his
like,
achievement.
My whole goal is to be a vampire family. Your boys, you as my wife. Like, they just need a good mother.
Also, was David his son?
I don't think
Who's
so.
David to him?
Who are all these people? But Lost Boys.
I don't know. They're the Lost Boys. They're the boys who were lost. Like, I don't know what era they're supposed to be from. I don't know if they were just turned recently. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Is it a hedge fund kind of thing where like he gets inherited the vampireness from his dad? Like, who knows? Who knows? But,
why is Gamora?
Yeah. Why is Gamora? Why is Gamora indeed? Throwing everybody like ragdolls who try to protect Lucy, he puts Sam in a headlock, takes his hands, and is about to bite him in the neck before Gramps drives through the door. Large stakes slide off his truck, staking Max into the fire, exploding his body into the chimney, shooting ash into the house, and everybody's good. Vamp's back to normal. Great. We're gonna keep going. Grandpa grabs himself a drink from the fridge, and his Lucy's just like, "Dad, are you okay? What's wrong? Dad, are you okay?" That's the only thing about Santa Carla I don't like. The goddamn vampires. That was the lamest way to end this movie, but then credits. Cry, little sister.
Thou shalt not kill.
This is yeah, man. This movie's fun though, dude. It's chaotic. I like this movie to an extent.
Super fun.
Do I think it's a good movie? Not really, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a good movie, but I do think it's a fun movie. Like, I think it's a lot of fun.
I think it's a lot of it is nostalgia. I feel like this is a time capsule of what the 80s was.
Right.
Put perfectly into a movie. Like, if you're looking for like 80s vibes, you put this movie on and you'll feel it.
Exactly. You'll definitely feel it. So
Great horror moments too. I have to say that. Really good stuff. There's a lot to highlight in this movie as well. There's a lot of memorable
very much
scenes.
so. Yeah, very much so. Like it's like some good moments in there. Overall, though, I wouldn't necessarily consider this like a masterpiece or anything quite like along the lines of that.
I would rate it a 4 out of 5.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. Okay,
for my rewatch, just because like I had fun with it.
I rated it
if someone put it on, I would probably sit there and watch it, but I don't think I would put this on myself again. But we definitely want to know what you think about The Lost Boys, and you can do so by heading over to our Patreon or to our Spotify or to our YouTube and leave us a nice little comment. We like that very much. If you are also listening to this or watching this on YouTube, feel free to give us a nice little likey poo and subscribe.
Smash that like button in the face, subscribe, all the things people say on YouTube. Do the thing.
YouTube shit. Do the YouTube stuff. But before we go ahead and jet on out of here, we got to give a very special shout out to our patrons. And this is going to be by our community manager, Allison, who's going to go ahead and do that right now.
Welcome to this week's personalized shoutouts. Oh my gosh, I have exciting news. Okay, first of all, Avery, thank you so much for your support. Kevin, Allison, Farah, my Twilight bestie. So excited for our watch party. Sergio, Jasmine, welcome back. And thank you so much for upgrading to the 25 tier. We love you. We're so happy you're back. Kadrea, Raquel, Samantha, Dim, Johnny, and Joe are gamers. Check them out in the gaming channel. Kelly, Rain, our marketing manager. Love everything she does or I'll hunt you down. Thank you so much. Carrie, Chantal, who has been here since like the very beginning. We love you. Thank you so much. If you are not supporting us, check out our Patreon. Start at the $10 tier and you will get a personalized shout out from yours truly. Feel free to send a message for birthdays, anniversaries, death wish. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. We love you so much. Thank you for your continued love and support for everything we do. We are so excited to spend time with you for our watch parties that happen every Friday. And we just love interacting with you guys in general. We love you starting a while ago until forever. This is a threat.
And thank you so much for supporting the show, for loving what we all do here. Absolutely incredible stuff. Honestly, truly from the bottom of our hearts. I know we say this every single episode, but we are truly grateful for all of you guys and all the things that you have done for the support that you've given this show, the comments, the likes, the recommendations to others, the engagement. Like it's great, man. Like it's really, really awesome to just see you guys all do this. And because of that, I'm very excited to announce the next month is going to be our Community Horror Month. For those who have posted movie suggestions inside of the Discord channel, congratulations! Your movie is going to finally be shown on the show. Obviously, it's not going to be every single person, but these movies are all available on our Discord, or they were asked on our Discord in our movie suggestion channel. If you're not in our Discord and you would also like to participate in something like this, because we are going to be doing these annually, to where we have our Community Horror Month, where it's also going to be called Night of the Ghouls. So excited. So excited. And the first film that our buddies did choose over there, the ghouls, if you will, was Alien Romulus. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited to watch that again.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm excited to watch that one again. It's been a minute. But this was Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. I was one of your hosts, Prince, also known as Head Knight. Alongside me, we had Freddie.
I was lost, but now I'm found.
There shall not also known as Nighty Night. With your help, we can reach more ghoulish nights with your recommendation for the show. If your podcast app allows you to rate our show, consider us give us a 5-star rating, as it honestly does help us out a ton. Also, if you're on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe, do the whole thing. But for extra horror related content, you can head over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a what? Boop. And remember, everybody, don't forget your nightlight.